Good morning, St. Thomas More, and welcome back. My name is Mr. Daly, and I'm the principal. I'm replacing Mr. DiFrancesco and Mr. Hogan, who finished out the year last year. I want to introduce myself to you and give you a little bit of my history. I did 16 years at Cathedral, 13 years as a math teacher, and 3 years as a vice principal. Before 3 years, after that 16 years, I came here. And I was here for 3 years ago. So some of you grade 12s may remember me. It's great to be back. It really is my pleasure. After that, I went to St. Mary's for 3 years, and now here we are. That's my history. I also have 4 children, and a lot of them are your age. I have a grade 12 son, I have a grade 10 daughter, a grade 8 daughter, and I just dropped my oldest off at university this past weekend, which was an emotional time. But anyways, I just want you to know that I'm a father, and so I understand how you're feeling as you're walking through the hallway today. I'm sure it's a bit overwhelming, and I want you to know we're going to take care of you. So I have a couple things I want to say just to get the year started right. First of all, I want you to think about this. It's going to be something you're going to hear me say a lot over the course of this year, but we need to focus as a community on the learning and not so much on the number on your report card. Now I'm going to save the details of that talk when I do classroom visits. But again, if you remember one thing from this morning, it's that this year your challenge is to focus on the learning, not what mark you get. After 18 months of fractured learning, it's time for us to rebuild your education. And the only way that's going to happen is if you focus on how to get the material, not so much how to get the mark. So number 2, the other big one I want to talk about briefly is COVID-19. I'm not going to go through the nit and gritty of every single thing we got planned at the school, but I'm going to get down to the key ones. So first of all, we have 3 things we got to keep in mind. Obviously, hand hygiene, masks are your friend. Both of those are being done as a habit right now. I can tell that that's not something we need to talk about. But the number one thing you do to keep yourself safe is keep distance, okay? And that's a challenge at St. Thomas More. So that is everybody's responsibility to themselves and to others. Please don't congregate. So I saw a lot of people here this morning, happy to see friends, I understand that. Next time, meet outside because that's a safer place to congregate. I would love to take the crowd that was in the foyer this morning and move them out to the picnic table area, and you won't hear a hassle from me until it's getting close to our starting time, which, by the way, is 8:10. If you crawled out from under a rock after a long summer, we changed the time, and 8:10 is our start time. And you can start moving to class around 7:55 because that's the time your classroom doors are going to be open. And again, by moving to class like that, we're not going to have giant crowds. We have to move at 8:10. So if you want to aim for a time to arrive at school, it's around 7:55. If you get here earlier and it's not raining, stay outside. Meet people out there rather than meet them inside. I answered some questions in the hallway for the random people walking around. If you haven't heard, we are not issuing lockers this year, at least not to start. Now, there may be some people that we allow that for if they have extra equipment for their activities, but by and large, the locker number on your timetable is something you can ignore. If you did put a lock on the locker, just take it off before the end of the day. With 2,000 people moving through the hallways, the kind of congestion that the lockers are going to create is just not something we can accept. And it's not a St. Thomas More decision. This is right across the board. Couple more points. Outside is your safest route. So I want everybody to think as we're moving over the course of the day about an alternate route to your second class. You might just think, okay, well, I know where my second class is on the 3rd floor. I'm going to walk to the middle of the building and walk up those stairs. And it's going to be you and 1,000 other people. So what we want to do if we want to keep distance, especially in the movement between period 1 and period 2, we've got to be real diligent about staying to the right. And what I'm encouraging you to think about is an alternate route. So if you're on one side of the building, you probably can exit, walk outside, and re-enter. There's lots of stairwells up to the 3rd floor. Choose one that not everybody is in. The main one is going to be the one most crowded. And if you're creative, you're going to figure out an alternate way to your classroom, which might end up even being faster. So I want you to think about that because outside's the place to be. And finally, I'm really looking forward to this year. I consider this year the beginning of a rebirth. And I want you to know as student body that the way I see this whole thing is that the young people have sacrificed more than anybody for the greater good of the older people in our society and the people most vulnerable. It has been the teenagers that have lost at 18 months of disrupted learning. It's the teenagers that lost all the activities and all those things. And I want to, as a principal, bring them back to you. But the only way that's going to be possible is if you work with us. So you have to follow these things, not because we're bothering you, but understand that that's our way of delivering the things that you want back to you. And we can do that if we work together. And what we're doing over the course of September is we're rolling out slowly. I personally am fighting for fans at football games, fans at basketball games. I'm not promising these things on September 8th, but I'm promising that I'm going to be working for you over the course of the next few months to make sure you get the high school experience that you deserve. And you have to work with us, and if you do, then I'm going to be able to say when I'm at these meetings, we can trust the teenagers to do this because we've seen it for 2 months. And all those things that you love about school, they're going to come back if you work with us, so you have to. So with that, I'm done with my comments for today. I'm going to come on later in the morning to help you through the lunch period. And I want to wish all of you a great school year. Welcome back. Have a great day.
It's real simple. You got 2 more quarters and that's it. Now, most of you have been playing this game for 10 years. You got 2 more quarters, and after that, most of you will never play this game again as long as you live. I want you to take a moment, and I want you to look each other in the eyes. I want you to put each other in your hearts forever, because forever is about to happen here in just a few minutes.
I got my fans in the stands, my team on my back, my family in my heart. I put my city on the...
Good morning, STM. My name is Layla, and I'm here. And here are your announcements for today. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. A special welcome goes out to our grade 9 students and any of you who are new to our school. The STM prefects are here to help. This week, we have been given permission to wear our yellow t-shirts so you can find us easily. If you need help finding a class, if you have a question about the school, or if you just need to speak to another student, we are here for you. If you need assistance and you do not see us or an adult, feel free to go to Student Success and a teacher will help you. Student Success is located right outside the cafeteria in room 141. We look forward to meeting many of you in the coming first weeks. Have a great first week, STM. Okay, final tryouts for junior and senior girls basketball team will be held today from 3 to 4:30. You must have a signed permission form and show proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test in order to participate. All girls are welcome. Attention grade 9 girls. Interested in playing Novus girls basketball, please attend a brief meeting right after school tomorrow in room 153. Please also be sure to review page 22 of the Back to School Parent Guide. This announcement is for students interested in playing for the STM baseball team. There will be a brief but important meeting after school today at 2:30 in the lecture hall, room 218. Trials will start Thursday at Olympic Park. You'll need to hand in the signed permission form before participating. To all students interested in the STM Ultimate Frisbee team, there will be a short meeting on Thursday after school in Portable 3. Ultimate Frisbee is a co-ed team to all students in the school and a great way to start out your school life at STM. Again, the meeting is tomorrow after school in Portable 3, and students with any questions or who are unable to attend should see Mr. Castellani. Amazing.
STM, my name is Bianca Esposto and I'm your Student Council President for this year. First and foremost, I would like to welcome you all, our returning Knights, our new Knights, and especially give out a huge welcome to all of our grade 9 students. Words cannot begin to explain how excited I am to be back, and the fact that we are all together this time just makes it 10 times better. I know that the past couple of years have been difficult and crazy for everyone, but honestly, enough about the past, let's talk about the future and what that looks like here at STM. Knights, I am so happy to announce that our student council elections will be held within the first couple weeks of this month. Positions on council include 2 grade 9 representatives, 1 grade 10, 11, and 12 representative, multiple tech reps, a spiritual representative, treasurer, social convener, recording officer, and lastly, vice president. Please make sure you are listening to all of our morning announcements and following us on Instagram, which can be found at STM_council for future information and updates. I already know that this is going to be such an amazing year for all of us, and I can't wait to see which Knights get elected to council. Now, I don't want to take up too much more of your time, so I hope you all have a great first day back, and again, please don't forget to follow us on Instagram at STM_council and on Twitter at STM Knights. Thanks, STM.
STM, those are all of your announcements. The time is now 8:32. Have a great day.